right, you guys. So I feel like I'm at a point in the next stage of my journey where I want to kind of push it. So for the past 5 years, I've been wanting to get, a flat tummy so I can wear crop tops, all that good stuff. And then the past 6 months, that's really been my goal. I haven't followed through with it necessarily, but that's been my goal. So that's my signal to myself that, okay, so something needs to be adjusted. And when you look at like bodybuilders, and I've talked to a couple of them, and a lot of them will eat very similar things every single day. And it's of course very like clean veggie protein carb, clean carb, like sweet potatoes and oatmeal and stuff like that. And they are totally okay with it. Like, yeah, they indulge and have some delicious stuff here and there, but the eating the same things essentially every day is not a big deal for them. So that to me is like there's no emotional, like strong emotional bond between food like I used to have. It's gotten a lot better, but since I haven't done that, I haven't just been eating super clean, and I have more indulgences, that so much indulgences that it's not getting me to my goals. That tells me that it's time to kind of, I feel like it's time to kind of cut that emotional bond with eating off. I've come a long way, of course, like I first started with understanding why I was overeating, all of that kind of stuff, all along this journey of 5 years. And now it's like, okay, now it's time. I feel like I'm in a good space where it's like, okay, I can cut that off. And my kind of measuring stick is if I'm able to just eat super clean like that and be okay, then that lets me know I'm in a good space mentally, mindset, all of that kind of stuff. And I haven't been doing that. I've done well. It's just letting me know, like, okay, let's take it to the next step, because the past 6 months I haven't done that. And so for me, I've learned that in order to do that, you cut that emotional bond, and it's a gradual process. And I feel like, okay, now I'm at that point where it's like, okay, I can really cut it. And it doesn't mean I want to eat like chicken and broccoli for the rest of my life. It just means that I have that measuring stick to kind of keep myself in check and know where I am emotionally with food, because that's kind of my thing. How I do it is like the more I pour into myself, the easier the food is, the easier the diet is. The more I pour into myself, the easier it is to kind of like eat the same things every day and not like, you know, need to have all these indulgences and stuff. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour into myself even more, and I'm going to treat myself as a project. And you guys know I always talk about like just loving the journey, forgetting about trying to reach this end goal, and just focus on loving the journey, because that's ultimately what it's all about. I like to think of it as a movie. Like, you don't just want to go see the end of a movie. You want to go through the experience. You want to go through the journey. You want to see all the little things that happen along the way. So I'm going to treat my body essentially as the journey. I'm going to enjoy like watching my body change. I'm going to really enjoy finding myself being able to eat more plainer stuff, but cleaner stuff, and enjoy like my body feeling healthier, feeling better, feeling content just eating those things. And like my thing lately has just been, I've been loving some chicken sandwiches, like the fried chicken sandwiches, and I just take the top bun off. And I think it all depends on where you are in your journey, because this has all been a gradual process for me. The first thing I did was take out pizza and french fries, and I was still eating junk, but it was all a gradual process, and I'm just now at this stage. So I'm going to pour into myself, and like that's one thing that I feel like happens, like a proof of this theory of mine is like, when you're dating somebody and then you kind of put on a little bit of weight, and then when you break up, a lot of people just start like pouring into themselves, and then they start losing weight, and then that's because they're pouring into themselves, they're filling those emotional needs for themselves, and then the outside, the body, is a reflection of what's going on the inside. And then so when we start dating somebody again, we start pouring into them instead of continuing to pour on ourselves, and then we start putting on a few pounds. And so I feel like that's just like a good proof of like how important it is that we pour into ourselves, but consistently pour into ourselves. So I'm just gonna love the journey along the way. Like enjoy all these little tent poles of watching my body change, not really like worried about, oh, I gotta get this flat tummy. I'm just gonna pour myself into the journey and focus on that. So yeah, that's the next step in my journey. I'm trying to get over that hump, and I think I feel ready for this next stage. 5 years ago when I first started my journey, if I would have tried to just eat like, you know, super clean food with veggies. I mean, I did, I did, and it didn't go well. I remember meal prepping and then just throwing all, I hate to say this, throwing all of that food away because I was like, that doesn't sound good. And that's how I know that was my bond with food was so strong at that time, because it was hard for me to do that. Once, like, the more I pour into myself, the easier the diet is. Like, the diet isn't even like an issue. So I'm gonna pour more into myself, and yeah, so we'll see how this goes. That's how this thing works. It's trial and error, you know, saying, okay, something's not working here, adjust. Something's not working here, adjust. So yeah, so anyways, I hope this video helped you guys, and I will get working on that protein batter video for you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.